Yo, what's up, guys? It's Nicholas Silson, and today we are going to be doing the menu walkthrough of the Eastlink cable TV receiver in Walkerton, Ontario, and Walkerton and Brockton. So right here, this is the TV guide I'm on right now. To go to menu, you press this button. This is main menu, on demand, pay-per-view, HD TV, view a list of channels offering HD programs, favorites, go to lists of your favorite channels, search for movies, sports, and other categories, search for movies by category, search for sports programs, search for kids programs, and block shows for channels. So you press OK. This is left and right. So you press the main menu. Listings by time. This is right here. And you have listings by channel. And I'm just going to turn this down. Oh, yeah. We have a different thing right here. And we have pay-per-view. Pay-per-view by time. Pay-per-view, view events, adult, and pay-per-view by title. These are the ones right here. Favorites. To create a favorites channel, we have this. We have the channels named Ours. This is the favorites list right here that I showed you right here. I think that's all we put on there. So we have search. So we have movies, sports, kids, HGTV, pay-per-view, on demand, saved searches, and title. Movies. So we have all of these right here. So we have sports right here, baseball, boxing, football, hockey, horse racing, golf, extreme sports, basketball, and on demand. More choices right here, motorsports, soccer, wrestling, and outdoors and tennis. More choices, I already did that. Search, I think I already did movies. Oh yeah, there's western, sci-fi, and thriller. And for kids, we have this, all kids. This is what we have right here. Yeah, it says we got all course channels back, but I'm just going to switch it to a different channel right now. Okay, just let me, yeah, there's the Weather Network. So, we have HGTV, HGTV channel guide, HGTV services by time, by channel. So we have by channel right here. So we go back to menu, and here's on demand right here. Welcome to on demand, movie rentals. This is what we have right here. But again, some of the gusts for us, especially along the north coast, could be 70 to 90 plus kilometers per hour. So we have Kids Club, Cricket and Anton, Despicable Me 4, and Inside Out 2. Main menu. We have Crave, Community TV, Kids, Partly Viewed, Music, Free Preview, Stars, and TV. Free Preview, Crave, Stars, and Movies. North and West Van could be picking up perhaps 50 to 75 millimeters of rain and more on the island. We have HGTV right here. Oh yeah, I did that. Premium services. This is what we have right here on here. Menu. Oh yeah, I did search that. Oh yeah, I'll do title. Search, how to search. here it is right here. So search for this, we have, I'll search up Eastlink. Eastlink. Oh, sorry.
Before you step out,
okay.
check the Weather Network
Eastlink
app,
Community TV.
or TV channel for UV index.
Set or cancel a VCR recording. Set or cancel a reminder. View upcoming times for this title. Watch this channel or program. Set this channel as favorite. Use this. Hours. Confirm. Menu. Quick menu. We have movies. This is what we have right here. I already showed that. Sports. We have all this. We have motorsports, soccer, wrestling, outdoors, and tennis. Kids. We have all these cartoons.
There's so much I can sell. Bags, accessories, home decor.
And we have
you can do it in a minute.
drama.
I love it.
All of them are for the family. On demand, we have this. Partly viewed. No listings available.
We are proud
Comedy.
to reveal the official
Just Add Magic.
all-new
Wild
Weather
Brain
Network
TV.
by Mitsubishi, delivering local
Menu.
weather news and information coast to coast. Your
Educational.
safety is our priority. The
These are the ones
adventure
right here.
starts now.
So for parental controls, you have to block shows or channels. So I think that's all we did for here.
Here's to sharing a little joy.
So here is Weir's adult right here. Press adult.
Little makes a big difference.
No listings available. On demand. Oh yeah, I think I already did that. So Community TV, Atlantic, British Columbia, Ontario, Alberta, Ontario. So we series.
And I am a difference maker.
This is what we have right
Let's
here.
Sugar down and protein up. Enjoy tasty Too Good yogurt with 80% less sugar than the leading flavored yogurt and high in protein. It's the afternoon snack that's got your back.
That's a lot.
Less sugar, high protein.
Go to menu.
Today, we accomplished nothing.
Pay-per-view.
I mean it. Not,
Pay-per-view by title.
And it was kind of everything. Get double points this fall at Best Western.
Pay-per-view by time.
To help you plan your activities in the coming days, here are
We
the
have
long-term forecasts for your area.
the main menu right here. We have. This is all we did. More choices down here. Local weather. This is the weather right here. So we have the weather right here. We have menu, setup, guide setup, favorite list setup, screensaver setup, parental control setup, screen position setup, text language setup, guide color setup, audio setup, cable box setup, closed captioning setup, text language setup. We have English US, English Canada, Spanish, and French. So for we have favorite list setup, hours right there. So for screensaver setup, we have this 15 minutes, and screensaver we have off right here. And to do closed captioning setup, we have this closed captioning off, on, off, background, off, on, And I can't show messages because it might be someone else's. It's humid out right here. It's 58% humid. Local weather, so we did that. And something else for the main menu we have here is digital music. This is what we have right here. They're all Stingray and TikTok stuff. And for menu, we get... Oh yeah, I already did menu. We reviewed this, we reviewed this, we reviewed this, we reviewed this, and all of these. So we reviewed all of these as well, including all of these. Watch in HD. So this is what we have right here. To press, so we do the guide right here. To do guide right here, you press it like this, listing by channel, and that's all we get.
A close call with a landslide.
And for info, I'm gonna go right here. This is stuff right here.
We begin
going back.
Tropical storm training, which left the Philippines on October 24th.
Right now, it's...
shows this muddy torrent cascading down a hillside.
Oh yeah, right now it's 5 o'clock.
And this tropical storm,
so I'm gonna press this channel.
Context, and will make sense for the next 3 years.
And this is the info right here, power play.
Challenges that you identify.
So you have your options for info. Go back to previous screen, set or cancel VR recordings, view upcoming times for this title, watch this channel or program, set this channel as a favorite, and set or remove a lock.
As it existed was already acute a year and a half ago,
Okay.
but it took you all this time to come to the conclusion.
We have those right here, A, B, C, and D. Sorry that my
when it comes to the housing crisis itself,
thing is
my
thing is blurry.
Chicken, or
Okay, to exit, you press this.
or maybe just another minute. So many options for under $4.
Okay, to search for a channel, you get.
Weeknights on CTV and
Okay, I'll press this 700. So we get this, but as you see here, it's not authorized because you didn't subscribe to it. And to change the volume, you have this. The reason why this TV has no audio is because we have this sound thing we have there. And for I think we have, so page, so go to pages, you press these buttons. This is the ones, these are the ones you press. To go up, you press this. To go down, you press this. And let's show the guide.
It's your last chance to catch your film favorites on demand.
We're gonna practice ciphering and freestyling and dancing a little bit.
Those refugees that are leaving war-torn country or being persecuted for...
C'est très
récent.
Ouais.
Mais est-ce que ça peut fragiliser? A delicious blend of tomato, cream, and spice. Served hot out of the oven.
And rains down on the mushrooms. They're going to be the best mushrooms you've ever had.
Process, but for me, it's like I sit in the chair and I write.
That is able to respond.
Top of local stories as they unfold.
Tonight, a sense of... Let's bring in our panel of political experts and reporters to weigh in.
Yeah. What's the limit on that? Like, is there a number that would have to be on the board for...
40 kilometers north.
Both of Travels and Packs sounds like a gang.
My name's Mark Hopper. I'm from Belleville, Ontario, along the beautiful shores of Bay Quinte. I love landscape photography.
How do we make this stop? Well, my Latin's a little rusty, but I think to get everything back in its box, you have to finish the game. And if we...
Temporary residents going down from 7 to 5%.
Now for the
That is
overview.
something that we are managing. I have heard no other party propose any plan as sophisticated. And absolutely, as a government that's been in power for 9 years, we absolutely do own the challenges that we have faced, including COVID, including the need to increase the number of people coming into this country, make sure the GDP grew, without shirking that responsibility of making sure that we are investing in housing, investing in the healthcare system, and the challenges that have come with that flow. But I wouldn't put everything on the backs of immigrants. The recent rate drop, people aren't crediting immigrants for that, but people have been feeling the pressure of those interest rate growth for the last 3 years, and some people are blaming immigrants. So I think...
Well, I want to be clear, I'm not blaming immigrants, and I that's not what I want to... No, I don't want that to be part of this discussion. I think it's important that we distinguish that this is certainly not on the backs of immigrants. But you yourself today tied the decisions that you're making on this policy to a forecast of 670,000 fewer homes that will need to be built by the end of 2027. After many interviews that we've had in which you said that that link between housing and immigration was not black and white, was more nebulous. Now you're saying there is a direct link.
Look, that isn't the number of houses that we need to build to close the housing gap. Those are the ones that we believe are associated to the volume increase.
That's a lot.
What I've said, and what I'll continue to say, is that there's no denying the impact that volume has on the potential need to build in housing, but this is something that has been cresting for 30 years. Successive federal governments disengaging themselves of the obligation and the importance of investing in housing.
It's not all your fault, I get it, but this crisis has been there for 2 years now.
Right.
In housing especially.
I mean, at the same time, housing has been essentially, when it comes to mortgages, free on people's interest rates. Now everyone is feeling it. So that impression cannot be entirely put on the shoulders of immigrants. Clearly the volume is contributing. It's something that we felt we need to adjust, not simply for the housing stock that we estimate will be significantly alleviated in the next few years, which I think is responsible, but also on social cohesion, on the impacts in certain areas where you have large college or university towns, and the impact that has had on the consensus that we are still building. We owe it to Canadians to continue to build that consensus, which is still there. We see what happens in countries where that consensus has disappeared, and it's sad, and I think we can't succumb to those base instincts. We have to continue to prove to Canadians that immigrate.
Isn't that our cleaning lady? Not today.
You know how when you're living your life, and then all of a sudden you're out there helping cops solve crimes?
How do you do that?
I have an IQ of 160, so that might have something to do with it. You want me to go in there and flip the table over?
No, I do not.
Look.
We're really doing this, huh?
We're doing it.
High Potential, Tuesday at 10, 8 Mountain on CTV. Stream on all your favorite devices.
See you at 5. Number 5 is the answer. Chanel.
Start your day with help. Get your getting A weeks made to fill you up and help you do your best to help your kid do their best, right? Many weeks, there's nothing many about it.
Can your pad do that? See what foam can do for you.
That truck was hauling 22 million killer bees.
Enough bees to kill
44,000 people. You mean they just fly away?
How large are
911, all new tonight at 8 Eastern on Global. Stream on Stack TV and the Global TV app.
That was the overview. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn notifications on, follow me on Instagram, and enjoy this video. So I hope you enjoy this video. See ya. Bye.
To upload your photos and videos, visit upload.theweathernetwork.com.
We're social. Follow us on these social media platforms to see our trending content.
Is this what happened last time?
It's possible this is worse.
This is not the kind of suspense I like.
If you choose family, you can never go wrong.
Canada, you are just in time for your national forecast. Here's what we're tracking for you on this Friday. Well, it's another wet weekend on the BC coast. Tropical remnants on the east coast are bringing you rain showers there. And don't put away the golf clubs quite yet. I'm going to tell you who I'm talking to on that front in the long-range forecast. But let's take you back to yesterday. Remember last week we were tracking that atmospheric river that moved across BC? Well, for Vancouver, on the 19th of October, you picked up 67 millimeters of rain. That made it the second wettest October day on record. And as we take a look at this weekend, we're setting up with another system that's pushing across the coast. Now, the center of that low just looks to be along the north and central coast, but we're still going to see rain showers linger in the south, and it's wet through Friday night, wet through Saturday, lingers on Sunday too before it clears out. So we're hunkering down for another overcast, wet situation this weekend, but it's not a strong atmospheric river. Regardless, you're still going to see a good 75 to 125 millimeters for Bella Bella, and in the interior 5 to 10 millimeters there. A zoomed in look at the south. Well, for Vancouver, downtown, 20 to 50 millimeters. Go north of that, and we're picking up higher amounts in Vancouver Island as well through the interior, seeing some high amounts there. I'll also like to mention that the winds are picking up too. Go back here. They're picking up too through the Strait of Georgia and along Vancouver Island. Tofino tonight could see gusts in excess of 80 kilometers an hour, so it's certainly going to be breezy and impactful. On the East Coast, we have wet weather that's impactful really for Newfoundland. This tropical remnant was actually from what was Hurricane Oscar earlier this week. It's winded down. It's now just the remnants of a tropical system, but certainly it's bringing wet weather through Marystown, Southern Avalon, St. John's, 50 to 75 millimeters on tap for you before this wraps up really through Saturday, and then we'll have a quieter Sunday. Well, speaking of quiet, we have some cities on this map who have had the lack of rainfall through this October. We are sitting right now for Ottawa as the third driest October on record. For Toronto, it's the fourth. We do see some rain in the forecast through this weekend, but as far as our danger rating, our fire danger rating, it's actually pretty high for a lot of these locales that have not seen much rain. The grass looks a little crispy, right, in some of these areas. Now, there's a front coming through today into tomorrow. It doesn't look to be bringing a lot of rain, but passing showers in parts of Ontario and Quebec, not out of the question. Plus, through the weekend, because of colder air settling in, we could see some lake effect showers at times, getting into that time of year, and certainly some drips and drabs, but not an overwhelmingly huge amount of rain to track. I think more people are going to be talking about how cold it is this weekend. We've got the fresh, crisp fall air, but that's going to change in the long-range forecast. But let's first take you to Sunday here. Look at Halifax, 9 degrees. We've got Moncton at 7, Ottawa 7, 12 degrees for Toronto. So very fall-like weather. This has you kind of pulling out the gloves, the hats, etc. Then we jump ahead to Wednesday, and this is when we're going to get that injection of warm air as the jet stream allows for temperatures to be 10 to 15 degrees above seasonal in southern Ontario. So we're going to reach the 20s in some cases. We're going to be also watching for some moisture, uncertainty in the track. I mean, it's a few days out for now. So we're going to fine-tune the timing on that as we get into next week. But what we usually are confident with in long-range forecasts is the temperature trends. So the trend is showing the warmth. And for Wednesday here, we are now showing that Toronto could get up to 21. That puts us 11 degrees above seasonal. This is Thursday, Halloween, right? We look to be 19 in Ottawa, 20 for Toronto. If Toronto gets to that 20 degrees or higher, it'll be the first time since 2000.
Cascade du Grand Canyon. Non. Tu imagines si je l'abîmais? Oh. Rien que d'y penser, ça me fait peur. Génial.
It's just one of the traits we grew up with. I believe I always came up with this line that you gotta give till it hurts.
Well, that's all.